I'm crying, been crying. She's praying. She finishes, and when she does, she's telling me how everything's gonna be okay. I said, well, I wasn't in any trouble with him, and I feel like this entire situation is insane because of how good of a person I was and that I did not deserve to be treated like that. And she agreed, saying to me how she's done some of the same things that I've done before and that she's had her fair share of struggles with men in the past, but after so many, she said she changed her life around. After going back and forth, she was telling me how she couldn't talk much longer because she was on her way to church and it just happened to be Sunday. And she was saying how she was going to reach out to him, talk to him, tell him to pay me back, and that she would be reaching back out to me. She said she was going to call me back later on that night, but she never did. I waited to hear back from her, and after 2 days, I texted her. I sent her screenshots of the messages of him saying that he was going to pay me back. I told her what was going on again. I said to her that even if he doesn't have the money to pay me back, that he could just give me some of the items back. Like, I'm just trying to work everything out just so that I can still try to get some of my money back. Said to her, I'm sorry and I wasn't trying to bother, but if she could just try to help me if she could with him, because if she had raised him, then I figured that she was somebody that could try to get to him and get him to understand that what he did wasn't right and he should do the right thing. I'm telling her that I have rent to pay, that I'm really in need of this money, the situation's forever going to haunt me, that I'm mentally not okay. She never responded. I had found it so odd because she was just on the phone sympathizing with me and praying for me, but now she's not responding to me. Now I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, she's going to respond to me eventually. I'm just going to wait. She had never responded to me, and that next morning when I woke up, I was just in my head and in my thoughts. So I went and made a fake page. No, it was not the right thing to do, but I did it. I made the page on Instagram, and when I tried to search him, I couldn't find him. I had forgot that he had blocked me on my main account, and that Instagram now has the option to where if someone blocks you, they block all the future accounts that you make as well. I remember that I still had the screen recording from his story showing someone tagging him in a song that they had did on Apple Music. So I went to that person's page and I started commenting on his pictures. I was commenting how he owes people money and how he's done created a debt and try to run off on me, how he's targeting certain type of women. I was just making all different types of comments. I didn't know whether or not if they were artists together, if that was his managers or whatever, whoever. I was just saying, tell your artist to pay up his debts. I also said, if you're a single mother or someone with kids, to stay away from him and be aware of him. After an hour or so, dude DMs me and he's like, what's going on? What's these comments about? And so I gave him a brief rundown of what had happened. And he was saying to me how he was going to try to help me get my money back and to send him my number. I sent him the text free app number that I had, and he tried to call me, but I didn't answer because I was with family. And so I text him and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, who are you and when did this happen? And then he's like, Mr. Million wants to speak with you. And I said to him, I don't want to speak with him unless he's only talking about paying me back. I've already been too nice, and all I have to talk about now is getting my money back.